The king of gaming. The console that saved Sony. This is the story of PlayStation 4. In 2006, Sony launched a console that nearly sank the company. Billions in losses. A generation of gamers left wondering what happened. This is how they fixed it. The PlayStation 3 launched at $599, built around a nightmare of a processor called the Cell. Third-party developers struggled, and Sony lost money on every unit sold for years. Microsoft's Xbox 360 had a head start, and happier developers. Sony's gaming division was bleeding money. Something had to change. In 2007, Sony brought in veteran designer Mark Cerny and gave him one job: fix this. Cerny flew around the world asking developers one question: what do you actually want in your next console? The answer: stop fighting the hardware. So the PS4 was built on familiar x86 architecture with 8 GB of ultra-fast RAM. On February 20th, 2013, Sony unveiled the PlayStation 4 in New York, but never actually showed the console. That mystery only built more hype heading into E3. The day before Sony's press conference, Microsoft unveiled the Xbox One, with restrictions on used games and a mandatory 24-hour online check-in. Gamers were furious. Sony saw the opening. On stage, they announced the PS4 at $399, $50 cheaper, with no such restrictions. Then came the moment that became gaming legend. A mock video showing how easy it is to share a PS4 game. Just hand the disc to a friend. The crowd erupted. On November 15th, 2013, the PS4 launched, selling over 1 million units in 24 hours, a record at the time. For most of the generation that followed, it consistently outsold the Xbox One, because Sony finally aligned 3 things: better hardware, a lower price, and a message that said, we're on the side of the player. But hardware and pricing only get you so far. What cemented the PS4's legacy was its games: 2015's Bloodborne, 2016's Uncharted 4, 2017's Horizon Zero Dawn, a brand new IP. No other platform holder matched this density of system-selling exclusives. Buy a PlayStation for the exclusives stopped being a slogan. It became simply true. In 2016, Sony did something no console maker had really done before: a mid-generation upgrade. The PS4 Pro brought native 4K without splitting the game library. By the time the PS5 launched in 2020, the PS4 had sold over 117 million units worldwide, one of the best-selling consoles in history. This isn't really a story about processors or spec sheets. It's a story about a company that hit rock bottom, listened to its players, and built something people didn't just buy, they believed in. So, where does the PS4 rank in your personal console history? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe, because next up, how Sony almost blew it all over again with the PS5 launch.